Fire. What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and today we're doing a review on something a little bit different, but pretty cool, the SlimeBall Gobzooka. Now, this was first reviewed / kind of introduced to the Nerf community by my friend Buff Daddy Nerf, and I thought it looked pretty cool when I saw him do his little video on it, and either video or blog on it, I can't remember which, but you know, I finally broke down and decided I needed to get one of these things because they look pretty cool, and they reminded me a little bit of a blaster I had when I was a kid. I still have that blaster, by the way. Maybe we'll bring that out a little bit later, but this is something that's definitely different. It shoots these slime ball things that are like a rubberized ball. We'll find out when we get it open, but this thing is like a toy drain blaster, which is kind of crazy to think about. So this is going to be an interesting review. I can't wait to get this thing out of the package. So this thing claims to shoot slime balls over 25 feet. So we will definitely test that out. It contains 2 slime balls, so that's good. Ages 6 and up. Pretty cool. There's a picture of it on the back. Looks like there's some other goodies that you can get also, but they don't come with the package, I don't believe. So let's go ahead and get this thing out of the package. Okay, so you get your blaster and your balls. Slimy green balls. Kind of fun. Kind of weird, but kind of fun. Let's get these out. Yeah, that's weird. They're slimy, but they're not slimy. They're just like sticky, but they don't actually have, they're obviously not, there's no liquid or anything. So that's kind of weird. Ugh. Yeah, it kind of is like a stress ball or something, I guess. I don't know. It's like a, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. But it is a very weird feeling ball. That's all I have to say. There's a humongous air tank inside of here. And yeah, it's very interesting. The grip, I can already tell you, is very, very small. I cannot get my whole hand in there. Well, I guess I can, but then I probably can't pull the trigger. The blaster is what it is. There's a little foregrip here, which is kind of cool. You pump it up this way. Very long pump. I do believe, though, if I remember correctly, you have to have the ball in there to actually pump it up, because there's like some sort of safety mechanism, or it can't pressurize unless the ball is covering the hole. So I'm not sure exactly, but that's what I remember from other people's reviews, which is kind of different, but hopefully it works. Fire. Did you see the smoke that came out of that thing? Holy. We're going to do that again. That's crazy. That is so loud. Wow. Yeah. Well, that is definitely something. One thing to note, and now I remember this from, the reviews have been a while. Like, this has been out for like at least 6 months, so it's been a while since I've seen any video or anything on this. But I knew that it was something I needed to pick up at some point, and I finally did. But this has to be all the way closed for it to actually fire. If it's not shut all the way, it will not fire. So if you're having issues, that probably is the first place to start. Yeah, that is a very interesting blaster. There's a little carry handle there, so that's, I guess, cool. You could also carry it here, it's, you know, or just there, you know, I don't know. Very simple design, really, but I do think it's cool looking. The green is pretty sweet. The ammo type is very interesting, and it has a bit of recoil, which reminds me a lot of this blaster, the Mattel Ultimator. And this was basically my first blaster when I was a child, And I absolutely love this thing. And I always found it hilarious because on this side it says, do not fire at people or animals. I'm like, so you're just supposed to fire it up in the air? For the most part, when I played with it, that's kind of what I did. I had a lot of property. I just kind of shot it all over the yard. So definitely a fun blaster, and I will fire it once for you guys just to show you how cool this is. But it reminds me a lot of this because of the recoil. This thing is one of the only, these two blasters are the only two of the only blasters besides the Centurion, I guess you can consider, has recoil kind of, but not really. It's just the mechanism's kind of weird. But this is cool. So this is not air powered, it's spring powered, but you kind of have to retract the spring all the way, and then we'll do it up here on the shoulder like we're supposed to. Yeah. This one's probably a little bit more scary than this guy, but they both have some crazy power and recoil, so, and both bazookas, so there you go. Let's go outside and see what kind of ranges we can get with this thing and just have some fun with it. Alright, you guys, let's see what kind of ranges we can get with this thing, and I may even try to put it over the chronograph. I'm not sure if that's going to work out well because this ammo is a lot different obviously than a Nerf dart and very sticky. But let's go ahead and fire it down range, see what kind of ranges we get. Alright, so the first two I'm going to do level, and then I'll retrieve the ammo, and then we'll do two angled. Yeah, I can't say it flies super great, which was kind of what I expected. We'll try that one more time. Well, it kind of hit and rolled. So the ranges there are not the greatest. I mean, that landed right about 20 feet. 20, maybe 22 feet. And then this one, I don't know where it landed, but it's a little past 32. So, I mean, it's definitely getting 25 feet technically, even flat. But let's see what we can get angled. All right. That was better. These balls tend to get really dirty because they're so sticky. Whatever they touch, they collect. That was a little better. Definitely better angled, but it has so much power, but the balls really don't fly super far compared to the power. But that's 39 feet and 46. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and see if we can get any sort of numbers over the chronograph since we're out here. 38. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. It's just a really large ammo type is not, you know, obviously flying all that far, but the power is definitely there. Whoop, that doesn't work. Ugh. So yeah, there's this green thing up here. That's your safety. That has to be depressed for it to pressurize, so that's why the ball has to be in there. 41. So yeah, a lot of power for not a lot of performance, at least with the ammo that it's sold with, but definitely a lot of potential. Let's go back inside and I'll kind of give you my final thoughts on the blaster, and we'll kind of talk about maybe what we can do with this thing down the road. Alright, you guys, so this is definitely an interesting blaster. I definitely think it's something super cool if you're into modding. There's a lot of potential with this huge air tank. I mean, this whole thing's an air tank. It's really cool how you can see through it. It's definitely an interesting toy, to say the least. So, I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this thing, and it also depends on when I have time to actually do something with this thing, but it kind of reminds me of what you could possibly do with a drain blaster or a Titan air tank, considering the volume that you have to work with here. But probably not something that you would want to single unless you just want to do it for the lulz. But yeah, who knows? Let me know what you think I should do with this thing. I'll definitely have to talk to my friend Hoffer, Buff Daddy Nerf, to see what he did with his. Considering the weird safety mechanism here and whatnot, I'm not sure what all has to be done. I'm assuming that would have to be glued down somehow. And yeah, so probably pretty simple mod, but probably something that would be pretty fun to do. So it would be really cool to find some foam balls that were around this size that you could put in here and see how it did with that. I can't really think of any that I have on hand that are around this size, but yeah, let me know if you get one, what you do with yours. So let me know if you guys like this review. Let me know what you think of this blaster down in the comments below. Smash that like button. Please subscribe. And as always, peace out.